So when we reach a part where I tell about it, then project them start and say, Palas, I want to jealous me now, but then you remember where you read, right? You remember you read panic, right? All right, okay.
Alright, or no, you can't message you too. Shit. Somebody could go on YouTube and tell me if they're here and then just let the comment. I think you should be bad.
Joe, when the show go live, you keep quiet, right? Watch a baby, watch it.
Yeah, we.
Okay, that?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. I am so sorry, guys. Yo.
Hear me now. This is a Soul Fire production. Soul Fire production.
As the wheels turn, every Thursday night at 6:30. As the wheels turn, racing through the streets and through the hills. As the wheels turn, every Thursday night we pedaling. As the wheels turn, streaming live with Turtle. So yes, I sit and watch as the wheel turns. My bike is where I get my thrill. Up and down, riding through the hills. I have no fear as I climb and change my gear. Through the valley so steep, now we on the street. Yeah. As the wheels turn, every Thursday night at 6:30. As the wheels turn, racing through the streets and through the hills. As the wheels turn, every Thursday night we pedaling. As the wheels turn, streaming live with Turtle. So yes.
Watch how you look.
You look on.
Right.
Right.
Good. You ready now?
Yeah.
You want the remote camera for the start?
You put that, take up that down too.
Alright, 3, 2, 1.
Yo. A pleasant good night, cycling fans and supporters. 1 year anniversary. Welcome to the 52nd edition, Palace. A full year of As the Wheel Turns. My co-host, Fitzgerald Palace Joseph. Good night, Palace. We have a full house tonight.
Yeah, we got a lot of people here tonight to celebrate with us.
So,
A full house tonight and celebrating. I was speaking to Alex's wife earlier, and she asked me if the year. She said, for 2 weeks straight. I said, how you feel about it? I told her that still energized, and it doesn't feel like a year to me. I don't know how does it feel.
Neither does it to me. I mean, I enjoy this thing so much, Palace, that this morning I take off the whole day. Between me and Miss Debs, we made the food tonight.
Well, I don't eat already.
Yeah, ribs, East cake,
Barbecue.
salad, baked beans,
I ate
pecan
early, so
pie.
I could eat again. I really did. I could eat again.
Oh, you eat again?
Yeah.
So,
Food was great.
excellent,
great.
excellent. Yep. So, I have, you know something? If I left bicycle fixing, I have an ex
Yeah,
farmer.
definitely. You go up now.
Oh.
Restaurant, guarantee.
So,
Got called into pack.
looking forward to that, Fitzgerald Palace Joseph. Like I said, welcome. We appreciate all the fans, all the sponsors, all the supporters, everybody that support cycling, support the show. We appreciate you. You guys who keep this thing alive. And like you, Palace, like the cyclists, they are the gladiators, so they keep the thing going.
Keep us going, yeah.
So we had races.
Last Sunday. Some Belizean went to
Mexico.
What's the village?
Bacalar.
Yeah. Our team particularly in Tokyo went and dominated as well. In the elite, Devin Asueta. What's that?
No video? Huh? Okay. See now? Okay, great. Yeah.
Came up? Okay, you saw?
Okay. Yeah, now? Okay.
All right, Andrew,
Start over.
we lost a bit, but... You mean Mr. Ali?
Mr. Ali?
No.
The voice by the okay.
It's on the hearing.
Yeah.
Okay, alright, they heard the excitement.
So Belizean went across to Chenamal, Bacalar to do some quick race. It was not that it was a small criterium, it was more like a
small circuit race.
And Belizean dominated in the elite. Devin Asueta from Emmanuel was first, second was Hollister Baptist, and third was Tywin Tasha. Tywin and Devin is from M&M Engineering. Rocket took his team, most of his team over there. I think only Mia Awil was missing. Was a big quote. In the A Masters category, which is 40 to 49, Rocket Matos himself won that category. Ryan Philip Bird was 6 and Ryan was 7 in the that was ages 40 to 50.
Right.
And then in the age 50 plus, with the B, Emmanuel again, Mike Wagner was second.
So Emmanuel clear up.
Yeah, we dominated in Bacalar. That was a great outing for the team as well.
So the M&M skittles over.
We got spread out too.
No, spread out.
M&M is one of the dominant team right now in cycling, especially in the guns weekend hours. They're unbeatable in the last, I would say, 10 tries. They've been unbeatable.
Big up M&M's.
Definitely.
So I guess they freeze up the M&M's, no, right? They melt in your hands.
No, they're not melt in our hands. Yeah. That only Smarties. Smarties melt in your hands.
Oh, Smarties.
Yeah.
Smarties and Skittles.
Those melt.
Palace.
And then this morning
was an exciting race.
Exciting race.
Mr. Guns.
The Guns through a race. Mr. Guns normally prep me now. Mr. Guns said, Palace, tomorrow when they celebrate on the 52nd anniversary, there's no way you could go up on a show without a victory, okay? So, these are the young boy, man. And so I was forced to go out and take on that field. Only me and Tyrone from M&M's was there. And so Tyrone rode a great race. And well, I was 10 days off my bike, so I was just coming back as well with my ligament torn a bit. So I was nursing it, and it felt great. So I told Darren, depends on if he's coming back, I will decide if I will work for him or he work for me. And coming back, I started to feel much better. Early, well, we kind of old, so early we got diesel engine, we not feel good early. But when you get the warmish, you get better. So come back, I told him that I'm feeling much better than going up. And he's asked me what do I want him to do. So I just told him, just keep everything together for me. And definitely I look up the peloton, and I really saw that I could beat all of them. So I tell him, keep it together for me, and I'll deal with them for
Well, Paul, I saw the Rekatus took part this morning. I saw him in the sprint too.
You don't show by anything now, because he pick you up bad.
Yeah. You know what's funny about it? Well, Mr. Guns may read some of the comments that people say, well, green are win or smokes are win. I put out that Barney are win, right?
Okay.
I thought about you because you missed on my back. But at the end, when the result finished, well, I may like the knee thing between D-Wade and who? Green? I know Green? I mean Green, right?
Well, you agree with that thing?
Well, no, Green said something, and then but it was fun. You know what I like about it? That cyclists could have fun on the bike and off the bike.
Yeah, it's
And basically this morning, they said that the old man beat up the young boy, eh?
Yeah, the top five. I mean, fifth was Gravel, both had in 50.
Okay,
And fourth was D-Wade, going close to 50 as well.
Yeah, right.
Third was Balan, 42. Barney at 58. He 58 was second, and me at 55 won the race. So the older guys are really. But Mr. Guns spoke to me and told me that he likes the idea, look, and the younger guys, we are giving the younger guys a run for their money, and also we're also encouraging them. Yeah. It's not that we want to say that they're not ready. I think if they work hard enough, they're supposed to beat the older guys. Young people for beat old people. So I believe that the young guys want, after a while they get tired of really beating them. And I think that then we might get that trouble. But for now, we're looking good.
I think old guys some kind of new trick.
Well, we spoke about it. We got issue last week with D-Wade. Somebody get away and D-Wade don't want help on quarrel for goals. But we need to try to encourage them to continue, because I'm seeing some young guys, they can't follow up and they can't sprint. So if you get a D-Wade or Palace, or you two or no, you also get a second, but I saw somebody, me never come and beat me. I want to wait till I send him at 31st. And then D-Wade still go second or Palace will win. That doesn't make sense to me. So the younger guys have to know that when you the pros ride and the guys who can sprint into a sprint, and you still can't make a second is better than 35th. Yeah. So they need to get that to it. When they get that, I think it will be better for them to ride and just worry about we know what happening or we know work hard. And they have to understand too, the sprinter now work hard as you know. That don't feel real, or don't take it out, or don't get me in a blue water, so one of the things before go help or work like that. No way. We have to sit down and sprint. I don't have my team so that you become my teammate. That you are okay with me. So eventually the young guys are getting, but the young guys are riding better too. Team Rebels have some great riders. Right. Most of them, they just get green and Sean Gordon as well.
Yeah.
I was making joke in the chat room. I say they need a sprinter, but when I think was it Team Rebels sprinter is kind of.
I was say, but she was out. Yeah, she was out.
When I tell the they say, you know, the car they have a truck, they can't pay for nobody. That kind of pass that's my choice. She pass and then she have to ride with she. Not that they can do. And Coach have a great team as well.
Yeah.
Coach have a good collection of guys as well.
Yeah, let's say Alvan did that attack.
Yeah, Balan, I don't know, that's Balan like he ran shit man, but So we ready better
Yeah,
now?
right better. But yeah, I almost sleep on this morning.
Yeah, you come back.
Yeah. But which we can't say the line was there. Right?
Yeah, we don't tell them, we keep on line.
Yeah.
And a old general. I saw him coming, I look at Barney, I say I got to Barney and I say, but there's no way Balan could pass me before I reach a line, they were 3 feet from me. So I have to really, we know what in there.
Yeah.
But we are great race, Mr. Gunn's doing some nice, these races are great. And this weekend, Sante is showing a race
Yes, yeah,
for old
Coach.
Coach will believe.
That's the opposite of what yeah.
So that'll be a good race. So.
Yeah, I think Mr. Guns covered too.
Yeah, Mr. Guns was on live stream. So
I want to thank Mr. Guns for keeping this cycling thing alive too. Because it's not easy for us, and you hear the man ball this morning. I hope the fans understand that, because when they try to fly past you so close, so the risk that you take out there to bring it live, I hope that the fans appreciate that, because I mean, a lot of time I have close calls. I had close calls. He had close calls.
Vehicles need to give the cyclists a little respect, and cyclists again need to respect the motors as well.
Yes.
We know if we're going up in a lane.
Yep.
If we stay in our lane and then come into we, then they're wrong.
Well,
but we are get wrong when we end up in a lane.
Yeah. Well, I hear Mr. Guns lecture somebody tell the cycling way Mr. Guns about wait. Lad man only over the yellow line, the yellow business beyond the yellow line.
We the cyclists have to play a role as well. Exactly. We have to in the safety of others.
Yeah, but what I like about this morning, Mr. Guns say 5:30, boy. A lot of me get
I don't wake up on my own. I need alarm. It's my fault. Woke up me, I can't go sleep.
I hear kaboom.
Okay.
Real, but so.
We started 5:35 as well, so we still got 5 minutes after the 5:30.
So,
The next week, they're show.
Next week, yeah. So, Mr. Guns, you are like, you're at school, you lay down the law. You don't reach out here, you stay outside. So, big up yourself. Perhaps I want to say belated happy birthday to Anthony Catus out in Florida. Man celebrate that Kaya cousin or uncle? Cousin, Kaya cousin. Yeah, okay.
He has a show too.
Huh?
Sure.
Yes, he
Florida State?
In Florida.
Florida.
Yeah, he had a big thing for him. Sing, cake, all kind of thing.
Okay.
So, definitely want to be
Belize last week, we celebrate Baba birthday too.
Oh, belated happy birthday, Baba.
Yeah, Sydney Belize
Okay.
birthday last Sunday.
So, well, people big up, but after being up that end of the show. I can't remember all the name, but as my brain's kind of foggy, so I think the slips are happy down and
everybody young, I mean?
huh? The people were sponsor well actually support this show during the course of the year.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I think it's them and then you have an announcement to make at the end of the show. Something where happened for me.
Yes,
you come but
great. That'll be great.
Yeah, so you'll be at the end of the show. But folks,
how you think you go?
What?
Where you go?
But I don't really want to let out my secret because
You used to be tired, man. You be tired, man. Your neighbor just love to do.
I can't give you all my secret, pal. But for one thing,
I talked to two neighbors. We hope that you don't finish. You don't finish.
You know what I finish?
We wake up 4 o'clock. They be tired. That's crazy. Only that will be OBT. I check the laws. That's an offense.
Offense?
Yeah, because you disturb one.
Well, you know the purpose for beating the tires, right?
What though?
What the clan name you talk about?
Monkey fall.
What monkey do?
You jump on tree to tree, or you jump on tree to tree.
That's why I exercise my hand, because if I can't ride up, I can car up.
I go to crawl more.
But folks, I am putting work this morning while Mr. Guns they did the live stream. I right there so I watch the whole thing. I watch the whole play. Sunday one on the ride and the lone trainer they right now.
Lone trainer, what?
Yeah.
And when you watch you get excited.
I get excited. I sprint for the prize. I win all the prizes this morning. I sprint and I beat you this morning.
Oh my God.
Yeah. On the trainer when I see the sprint, I jump out everybody. So that's how I get in my training. Tell her, Rich, right? How I put in my training.
That Rich you coach you?
Rich is my coach. Rich is my coach. I mean.
Okay then.
Right? And 2 hours, right? 2 hours for finish the distance. Yeah. But folks, up next, we have guests and it will be giveaways.
Giveaways.
Giveaways up next. We have 8 beautiful prizes. So what we are do, we are stand aside, and maybe we are get a chance to get try win one prize.
Definitely. Once we leave,
prize in it, you know.
Once we left
Gift basket,
once we left
cash.
the set, we go in.
Yeah, once we left the set in here, so we'll take a short break, and when we return, new faces or faces. So folks, we take a short break and we'll be back. Yeah, get on later, so. Can you get on already?
You use the mic up? You mic up?
As the wheels turn every Thursday night at 6:30, as the wheels turn, racing through the streets and through the hills, as the wheels turn every Thursday night we pedaling, as the wheels turn, streaming live we turn on us, so yes. I sit and watch as the wheel turns. My bike is where I get my thrill. Up and down, riding through the hills. I have no fear as I climb and change my gear. Through the valley so steep, now we on the street. Yeah. As the wheels turn.
It's a 5, right? 35th.
Every Thursday night at 6:30, as the wheels turn, racing through the streets and through the hills, as the wheels turn.
Me and technician.
Every Thursday night we pedaling, as the wheels turn, streaming live we turn on us, so yes.
Good night.
When they try and guess who, I'm bringing back from a commercial.
Are you?
Good night to all the fans out there, Facebook and YouTubers. Thanks for joining as the wheel turn for the first anniversary show. Thanks to Mr. Dunes and Fitzgerald Palace Joseph for the invite. Welcome Kaya. Welcome Mr. Alan Awell, Mr. Rich, and D. Wade.
Yes, sir. Yeah, man, it's a pleasure. It's a pleasure to be here. And 1 year.
The giveaway wrong, no?
This is the giveaway wrong, correct. We need some bells.
This is the fun.
Yeah, man. Hold on. Oh, you got everybody got. All right.
Look, I got all the fun. All the fun. I start with Kaya tonight because she has all the questions over there. So, fire away, Kaya.
What's the first prize? First of all.
First prize on a pie, $25, sponsored by the Jacksonville Supporter. And the question is, who was on the show for the 43rd episode? Who was on the show for the 43rd episode?
43rd episode.
43rd
That must be
episode.
somebody with 43 years old. But Everybody left on Google right now. They try to search quick.
They have to go back as the wheels turn page, scroll all the way down to the 43rd episode and see who me there.
I said who.
A pie. What the people in here make the pie?
3.14.
3.14.
It's a play on maths.
It's a play on math.
Teacher at school about pi.
Yeah.
3.14.
3.14.
This is
Alright.
not just any pie. This is a lemon pie, and I could test how it tastes because this pie, once you start eating it, you don't stop.
While we wait for the first question, I will I gonna.
Ring the bell, ring the bell.
Why? Not even long.
They see the answer part. They see the answer part YouTube.
Usual winner.
Usual winner?
Who? Arlen Kale, alright.
Hey, pick up Arlen.
Arlen and the Chicago crew. Arlen tune in.
Arlen and who? Ask Arlen who I give pie to, ka? A pie at $25. Congrats, Arlen. So, Mr. Arlen, before I ask you a question, I asked the second one time.
Go ahead.
What was special about the 35th episode of the show? What was special about the 35th episode of As the Wheel Turns show?
So everybody get homework.
That's so rough.
So
And the prize that one pie to and $25.
But Kaya, when you ask me a question, I expect one prize too. You know, if I
You expect a prize too?
If I can answer you.
Even if the question based on you?
If I can answer you. I get a pie too.
So
Go
just
ahead,
now,
what's the question?
just now your teammate me up on the set. Basically they say, one of the roughest team in the country right now, in the 40-50 category. So
But, you know,
I want to know how you contribute to that.
I have one. Well, right now I don't contribute to M&M. Actually, I mean, to be honest with you, I could announce that I want to come out from my own team.
Okay.
When I start racing again. And
Free
that
agent?
well, I want to race with my son.
Okay.
And I'll race as budget rent a car. So, you know, that's
I will father and son.
exciting for me, correct. Double A battery.
I don't know
Right.
what the correct name of the event on that time, but somebody answer and say, alright, I don't know if I give it then. Miss Beverly said they're doing this race.
I take that. That's the same thing.
Why?
Who said it first?
Miss Beverly said it first.
Right, I'll go who said it first.
This show have some really informed viewers because that question is easy.
35th episode.
It's not an easy question. I don't know the answer.
They got back and research.
So congrats, Miss Bev.
Yeah, but
Third
you know,
question, don't make
go
ask that
ahead,
for
go
some
ahead.
meanwhile
Ask
because
the
don't have
question,
a
ask the
month on a
question.
question right up here. The third one for $50 cash donated by Mr. Ruben Martinez. Who are the main technicians of the show? Who are the main technicians behind the scene of the As Wheel Turn show?
the behind the scene guys.
$50 cash.
And without them, you know, not just like when you train for prepare for a race, so there was a lot of work behind the scenes where the fans don't say. Same thing with the show. There's a lot of preparation throughout the week.
I agree with you.
The one whole production, you know, just like planning one race. But the one whole production, forget this show.
It's like there's no palace without Alan Awil on M&M, the behind the scenes guy. I mean, when you used to be,
Yeah, I mean,
right? Palace can't reach the line for wipe the finish without Alan Awil. That's the analogy, we get it though, you understand? Such a humble guy, you know? Pal, such a humble guy.
Aaron Pope is our winner.
Aye.
Why?
Aaron, go on, sprint to that.
Well, we have to tell the fans what the answer.
The answer is Alexi and Jurgen Erdones.
Man spell Jurgen
I
correct.
spelled Georgian wrong, so I can't get the
That's the joke, Aaron, pick up your $50, buddy.
What?
That's a lot of money, lot of money. And tomorrow Friday, why Aaron and they treat everybody at school.
That's the next question.
What
Then-
was the first show held? When was the first show held? At the Margarita Sports Bar. And it's a $50 cash donated by Miss Rita. When was the first show held at the Margarita Sports Bar? I don't know if you've been doing the show there.
I was a guest at one of
Okay.
the shows. I wasn't the host, but I was a guest. But we can't even get for talking in between because the answers they come in too fast.
Too quick.
Big.
But where I'm comment about their races, actually Palace did make an interesting observation that the older guys, they seem to be dominating the younger guys. But what I would have to say, Kaya and D-Wade, and maybe one could comment on it, the older guys dominating on the shorter races because the shorter races end up more in a bun sprint or the less distance where the older riders still very competitive throughout. But the races where we go like 30 and back, actually that Tyron and Windell and George Jr., those are the guys,
dominate?
Well,
Roca, those guys do end up in our break and really the longer races. And it is true for so far this year, the longer races, those guys in their 20s and early 30s have separated themselves and run and destroy the field. But
and also
in our shorter race, the older guys actually are faster sprinters.
You also have to make it clear that you're not talk about the elite category of guys.
No, we're not talking about elite. We're
Non-elite.
talking about the guns riders.
Yeah,
the
let
guns
me touch
riders
that.
versus
Yeah.
weekend warriors.
Let me touch that because I may have a different perspective on that. Because, for example, a long hard race just went by last weekend that Roque Matos won.
Well, Roque
You
just
had-
in a cool
No,
shape
no,
right
no,
now.
hold on. Because I'm here to defend the older guys, and I tell you why the older guys are performing a little bit better than the younger guys. I tell you that, although I want to see the younger guys performing better than us. But just last week you had Roque Matos first, you had Valan Sims, you had Barney Brown. So that is going. Let me finish. I know you're excited, and you know.
Yeah, go ahead.
So, but let me kind of prove my point. What I'm saying, right? So you had a long race. So I will agree on Palace why this is happening, and it comes down to experience. That the wait on. Sorry.
Who clear up $50 there?
In between we are talking.
Sentiment of fans.
And where am I the answer?
That
March 31st, 2022. The answer always pop up on the screen.
Alright.
Always highlight it. So yeah, so the answer, they want to have the answer on the screen.
March
You don't have your
31st.
glasses, right? So
Next question.
The next question.
Again, right?
Question number 5. We're international. When did the Ordones Bike Shop open its doors in Chicago? This one of a pie from 3.14 and $25 cash from Miss Rita.
Can I
When
ask
did the
if I-
Ordones Bike Shop open its doors in Chicago? We want the day, the month, and the year.
that might be a little more difficult for them to find out because they can't scroll dates as the wheel turns to find that.
But
There's
Ordones
actually
Bike
a-
Shop got a page.
Yeah. There's
alright,
a post
okay.
there. Let's jump
But
back into
go
this.
ahead,
Yeah.
go ahead, yeah.
So what I would say now, it comes down to more experience. Why the older guys are beating the younger guys right now, right? And eventually, like Palas said, there'll be a time. I gotta run through it a little bit
Go ahead.
because I wanna talk about it a little bit more before. And the other thing is as well, I don't know if it's a lack of time or not, but the older guys seem to be a bit more consistent with training. You have Roque that trains very consistently. Palas trains very consistently.
You.
Myself, I couldn't tell the last week I didn't train 4 days at least, right? And I'm out there a lot, and I know when certain guys are training, you know, and I don't see the commitment from the younger guys.
I can just interject quick
Jumping.
that what I'm seeing is that the older guys are better sprinters.
Well, that naturally, yes.
So if it come to a bunch, the older guys win. When they bust up, the younger guys win. That's what I'm saying.
But what I'm saying
that
is,
when the race bust
yeah.
up, that the younger guys they bust it up. But when it stay together, they can't beat the older guys because the young guys aren't training to sprint. They're
not really.
They're not fast.
Not really. Me and Smoke start the race this morning and we bust it up. It was bust into pieces
But they
for the
come
start.
back. But they come back.
It come back.
Yeah.
Yeah, but who bring it back?
I don't know.
You
I
see?
can't comment on that. But,
That young guys. So what I'm saying, it comes down to conditioning and preparation. Right now, where why? That's what it comes down to, Alan.
But
Honestly.
in any case, most races are won by guys who could sprint, and so the older guys
Tika Young.
right now are definitely proving themselves as fast as sprinters.
But you have some fast young guys. They're just not
2022.
prepared. I could give you some.
Guys,
don't
make
pass enough.
we give
Why?
Miss
Because
Tika
they're not
Young
prepared.
a elite spotlight for winning the prize.
Young guys
A
are football
pie,
guys, man.
$25 cash. Palace of Soil got start. Tika Young, the 12th of February 2022. So the next question. Who sings the song, the team song for the As the Wheel Turn show? $50 cash courtesy of the Ordonez Bike Shop. Who sings the team song?
Well, very
For the
catchy
As the
tune,
Wheel
by the
Turn
way.
show.
Should have
As
stayed
the
home.
wheel
I should have
turns.
stayed home. Got a money out there tonight. I know the answer.
You
But
think
Alan, let me ask you a question.
ahead.
In your opinion, D-Wade as well, Kaya, why do you think that, since we're talking about younger, older guys combination, why do you think that we don't see that bunch of sprinters like Brandon and them, you know, I mean, Brandon still dominate, but we don't see that coming out of the younger guys. Why is it that they're more into pacing and doing everything except sprinting?
Make I be the first one to go. It all comes from a lack of races for the younger guys. They train all the time, so they just ride. The only time I get for sprint, well, I guess they not include sprinting in a workout or whatever, but
that's it.
the
They don't include
older
sprinting in
guys
their
have more
workout.
opportunities to race due to guns, due to weekend warriors. But the older guys, how often they really get, the younger guys, how often they really get for
what I'm
race?
saying, like, okay, we could look at the bunch of the older guys that we could say, Palasta the sprinter, Roker the sprinter, but in the elite,
First
the
and
only
last
person we
name.
could say that big time sprinter is Brandon. I can't think of anybody else that's out there.
Giovanni Lovell, Oscar Quiros.
I don't see
sprinters.
sprinters.
But of course,
You have some sprinters.
The man that talks,
Yeah.
pure sprinter.
Sprinters.
You have some sprinters
Not
at the
faster than
elite
the
level.
pure sprinter.
You have some sprinters at the elite level. Kaya.
Greg Lovell was, I mean, maybe not now, but Greg Lovell was
pure sprinter.
Yeah.
pure
Right,
sprinter.
right.
So was Daniel Barrow.
And I don't think none of them faster than Giovanni and Oscar. They're all around us, but they're still faster than the other sprinters.
Giovanni Oscar can't not fast with Brandon as fast as Brandon
Tishibu with a one
if they're
tonight.
if they're at the finish
Tishibu?
together.
Well, you know what?
Tishibu win $50.
We happen to have that person right here, right?
No. I think I got the wrong person, Mr. Rich. So $50 Tishibu, courtesy Ordonez Bike Shop, and the answer was Colville Murillo.
This the guy that sing the song.
And he's
Oh, I think you mean the winner.
Oh no! You mean the winner though?
The winner.
Calvin Murillo.
Wait.
What?
No more prize for the host.
So big up to Mr. Murillo and his musical talent because this song is very catchy.
But you know
Very
what,
catchy, and
Andrew,
it's
we have to
nice.
be careful of them man when they create like 10 account, 10 Facebook account, so then they answer for one name and get correct answer, win our prize, then the next name, then the next name, then the next name. Same man could win 10 prize.
Yeah, different number.
Yeah.
Guys, so we got two more questions.
Something like that.
One of them. Who are the four guest hosts for the As the Wheel Turn show? So you have Palace and Adonis who are the main hosts, and the 52 episodes. At time to time, you had people who had to step in as guests. So name those four people. The prize is a package from D-Wade.
That'll be the hardest one for the answer.
You think so?
Yeah. I try to think about it myself.
One winner gets all this. Wow. So there's a hat, there's a glove, pair of socks, and
Pair of sunglasses.
sunglasses.
They have to answer all four.
And you know what?
What's our last name?
We also want to thank Mr. Mateo Cruz for part of this donation as well. So big up yourself, Matt.
Just all four individuals. Four names.
Don't forget the full name. The full name of the four people.
Yeah, let me make it easy. Let me make it easy. A lot of stuff there.
Somebody may don't know it on a phone name, but
Who that? The uno where you talk about?
What the answer?
The one I say? Steven Sylvester. So win yourself a nice package, Steven.
Yes, yes.
And the last question. And this one I think a gift basket for Miss Debs.
Wow.
And the question is,
Wow.
who won the As the Wheel Turns race? Top three finishers, my bad.
I have to
So
name
first,
them in
second, and
order.
third place.
Name them in order.
Yeah.
First, second, and third.
Who won the As the Wheel Turn race? First, second, and third.
Made by Miss Debs. Wonderful job.
Prize
Miss
by
Debs.
Miss
And who was
Debs.
the most aggressive rider as well? So this is a beautiful gift basket. You
I'm
can't
telling you.
can't make it that easy, man.
Well, it have to be an adult car. I think I say champagne.
Smart.
Over 18, Lex.
Yes. You have to overweight and win this one.
Over 18.
Energy bars. Oh man, this is really nice.
But you know, the other thing, Rich, you know, for continue that debate, for years, we don't get one coaching seminar. Actually, when I come out and Palace, you can remember back in the 80s and 90s, the federation used to very frequently, maybe I'll say
They want to repeat the question. Give the
Repeat that
first,
question.
second, and third place winners of the As the Wheel Turn race.
The
First,
As
second,
the
and
Wheel
third place.
Turn road race. The first ever As the Wheel Turn road race
Yeah.
took place on June the 12th, I believe. So where they asked for who came first, second, and third in that race.
Correct.
That was an elite race.
We don't know who that. We want the first and last name of the winners. We don't want to make no mistake.
In order, right? First,
Yeah,
second,
first,
and third.
second, and third.
Full name, guys. Full name.
You want to continue?
So
continue what you're
what
saying?
I'm going to say is that, you know, in a past years, and again, Palace, you can remember, in the 80s and 90s, the federation used to regularly, like every 2 years at least, bring one foreign coach for doing a seminar, and so that the cyclists at the time would have up-to-date scientific knowledge about proper training techniques. These young guys coming out now don't have that advantage, and actually so they rely on the older heads to show them how to train, and I don't know whether the
And the older heads don't want to help me. They
I
just
don't
want to
know
meet up
whether
there.
they pass down the knowledge. But they are basically thrown to the wolves. They send them out and tell them go ride and get ready and train, and we are gonna race and get ready for racing in 1 month or 2 months. But nobody teach them how to train.
And Alan, in addition to that, right, you actually had fast guys here. Like, I could name some names that are pretty fast guys, straight up sprinters. You have Erwin Militon. You guys remember him? Very fast, very fast. Keon Robato, very fast as well. You know, I remember I was in races where both of those guys came for a finish and knock off the fastest man, in my opinion, I believe, which is Brandon. So they are credibly fast, right? But the problem here is I don't think there's enough opportunities that our cycling bodies, and I'm not going to pick on any cycling, there's not enough opportunities that our cycling bodies create for these young men to keep them interested and motivated. So what happened is you find out they fall off, and I'd like to commend Brandon to stick with it, because Brandon, like we, love to race, and he did, you know, every Thursday he did a race, and whereas these other guys, you know, they choose not to because the prize and the opportunity is not as big. But for Brandon, he keeps in the mode, race mode constantly, and that's why he is the only, seems to be the only sprinter.
Another thing,
right?
G-Wade, and I learned this, and this was brought up again last week's show, if everybody paid attention, when Kenrick Halliday said he had to go learn how to sprint. He was never a sprinter. He had to go learn how to sprint. Now, you don't have much kids out there that are out there training to sprint. The only person I see doing that is Tyron Tasha, and to be honest with you, Tyron Tasha has showed in his results, he has won some sprints. So, but besides that, I don't see nobody. I take a little pass by the track, and the only person I see out doing that is Tyron Tasha.
We don't have track races again. But we don't have track races again. We don't have a whole lot of sprints again.
Sean Garden is not a bad sprinter.
No, but I also want to say another thing. We're thankful for Kaya too, because she took a nasty spill in that race, man. And I saw that and I thought, oh my God, that was a very, very, I mean, for her to be sitting here is unbelievable because.
You fully recover from that?
Woo! Almost.
I think I seen it. I seen a lot of, but that was scary. That was really scary.
Rich them, just both forget some of the real state's legs, you know.
Right, but Rich and Santiago, I take offense to that state's legs. Yeah. But that was a very scary situation, and I'm glad that you're okay.
Nobody answered this thing yet.
So look, coming
information.
Let me touch on this sprinting thing because we are actually doing something about it to kind of encourage sprinting. So Elston Wade, which you guys know is my brother and have a long history in cycling, right? He's actually sponsoring a sprinters competition in a Creme Classic and cross country, and it will be a kind of a big feature. You'll get a nice prize, nice cash prize, along with a trophy to kind of, because same thing he was saying, like back in the day when a Fahey time, you used to actually have fast guys and sprinters in Belize. And
I think the last pure sprinter we've seen lately was Peony.
Peony fast,
Mm-hmm.
that's natural.
But
they're
the newer guys,
they're not trained.
Guys, or miss out the guys there where they put in the well, I wouldn't want to say, or where they give, when you say Brandon that the fastest man, you got guys like Carlton where they test Brandon.
Right.
Every time.
Correct.
Brandon
beat Carlton.
But that one man will beat how much man Carlton will beat. One man will beat him, how much man he will beat. So you still have to consider him a sprinter.
Yes, a very good sprinter.
Wasani fast, Joshua Fuller fast.
Yeah.
Like I mentioned, Giovanni Lovell and Oscar Quiros. We have
the thing is,
a few fast guys out there.
Yeah, and those guys have to kind of read Brandon. If you notice, Brandon have a short spot when he jump from. Maybe those guys are longer sprinters. You know, if they jump farther, put in all the put in the hurt locker quicker, and pass him. So it's just about
and we have to really classify sprinting too, because what we call sprinting, be able to sit down for your seat and power to the line, or actually getting out of your saddle and sprint.
Yeah.
Because what Palace do, what we call that?
Just power.
Power.
I'm a track sprinter.
That power.
More power,
right?
big gears and power into the line.
So
same thing about
that one different.
Same thing about explain to Palace.
You mean they can't come with the stanza yet?
True sprinters have high cadence.
Cadence, yeah, correct.
They could put out one high cadence on a big gear too. So it's a little bit different, and then the technique they use being aerodynamic right through the sprint. Palace obviously, because of the weight and all of that, can't really get into an aerodynamic position. But he just used pure power to the line.
You know, Alan, you have a lot of knowledge. You know, we should some cycling body should kind of use you in a little better way in Belize, I would imagine.
They have in the past, David. Actually, I was one time. I've done national team coach. I've done training seminars for various junior teams. So I have passed on my knowledge when I've been able to. Right now, I try to pass it on to my son.
Right.
So who that first person?
He's going to be a promising athlete as well.
I hope so.
You know, definitely has good genetics. So
you have good legs.
One of the things, it's funny that you guys mentioned about the sprinting.
People because, all right. For the main host, for 2 hour main host, and they had a third different name. I can't believe it, and so we apologize. I must say that everybody, when they type in this answer, get it correct, but I have to go with the first one now. Kaya instructed me that you have to have the first and last name.
Correct.
Right, so the one there with us, they say Eric Chav Baba can't give one. So going down
Eric
the
Chap,
line,
Jocelyn Chavaria Jr. and Kent Gabriel.
So Jamal Perez is the first person, or
Jamal Perez.
Yeah, that came on this end that has the full spelling of all the names, right?
Jamal over 18.
Jamal over 18. I hope Jamal over
17 and a half.
Right, so
if you're not over 18, you have to come with somebody over 18 to collect it. Right, take it out. Sure.
What? We are then. What's it?
Boy, but
What's
Palace,
it?
You better go apologize because you say they've been a sweater.
They may say, "I will in the back street, man."
So,
In the back street, you can vote.
the man of me.
But boy, no matter look how.
Yeah, I mean a 3-man break.
It's ready first.
3-man break and
So
Eric.
find the person who take the team first.
I want to find one. You get the correct person.
But they had people want me to say Eric Chab Bob, and the first person who said
That's the
Eric
why.
Chab Bob, no, that made somebody else.
No, the link can't win because it was clearly stated.
But which Eric? We
first
don't know which Eric is that
First
about.
and last.
Which Chav? It could have be Baby Chav.
Understood.
Yeah, that's the
Yeah.
Yeah, they got
They got two Chav there.
They got 2 Chav.
Right?
Yeah,
So,
right. They got two Chab, yeah.
guys, but we're not.
Congratulations my appearance.
We not make Palace feel much better to longer with this old boy versus young boy thing,
Oh, bearings.
right? We just want again what you do.
So me running Rebels are called with do a thing, no? You have Sean Garden is not a bad
but just
sprinter.
remember that one of we main guys is off the bike right now due to a cycling accident last year December, you know.
Who's that?
Quinty.
Better off as a coach.
Don't you wait, what's say?
Better off as a coach.
We remind you, you know.
Alright.
We remind you off the bike and we remind Palace on the bike. Cause I want to talk big for my squad.
He's the coach and he's the leader of the Icebox, okay?
After the race, during the race, a different thing.
But I must say this though, right? I think competition will really turn up now that we kind of have V12 and Kamal together, and then we have I think so it's not like a one-sided thing. We have
All right, these battles.
so the winner of this was Jamal Perez. So Jamal Perez. Right?
We got some nice battles courtesy of Dave and Gail Spence as the wheels turn battles. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Oh man, these are nice. Yes, thank you.
Thanks, guys.
Wow.
But Mr. Awil, I put this thing as well because our math don't know rocket science, our simple thing, right?
Well, you could call me Alan, you know. You don't have to say Mr. Awil.
I still want to call him Mr. Awil.
Feel one.
Right?
I feel one.
Hey, you're the deal with man I want that.
Even though
I will ask each of one question.
afterwards.
No, but finish the way done, you know.
All right.
Go ahead.
So even though the teams the people more spread out right now, right?
Yeah.
Mr. Rich said we have a better competition. At the end of the day, it no matter if you're young or if you're old. If you're not a Lego Palace, if you're not a Lego Roque, if you're not a Lego Barney,
You know I win.
you don't want to win.
Yeah. Because they go out sprint.
Every
you.
time you come
Exactly.
in our weekend runners race, our guns race, and you come on sprint, and you bring them by that tape, your goose cook. So
But
if
this-
you
but
know
this is
that you
something-
bring a man faster than you, why you want to sit down there, and you know that you can't beat them
Correct,
man
they
there?
shouldn't. Exactly, I agree.
Sitting down.
So you either train for
That's
be
not rocket
faster,
science.
or
You go down the road.
you go down the road.
But you have to remember
But the
also.
fact is that the older guys are faster sprinters,
right,
and
right.
that's the advantage
Right,
they
right.
have.
They're not
But you're-
faster sprinters.
No.
They don't want to call them sprinter. They don't sit down on the seat and power to the line.
But they're faster.
You see Palace this morning?
They are faster at the end.
This a
You
Palace
draw- you
seat
draw a
and
line,
this a Palace and this a Palace over his seat. Just like this.
Kaya, it no matter how you get there. they are faster.
No, but I will agree with all of Wakaya. The older riders in our game and going are the fastest guys.
They are
Yeah,
faster.
I don't say we're not faster, you know, but I just don't want to call on no sprinter.
But you're the-
The only man that I would call was sprinter where get up and move a bike, that probably okay.
Yeah, look at that.
Yeah.
How about me?
Yeah, but you know you're not for that age range.
Yes! Are they right there? Rook, you know me and Rook, your classmate? Kaya. I only look
Yeah,
young,
right.
man.
Alright.
I only look young.
So you say look at the goal.
No, I don't say that. I don't say that. I just look young.
Yeah, but
I party it.
you got more finesse than speed.
But whether that sprinter pace, they move their bike
Alan,
faster.
Yeah, I don't
Why
Alan,
dispute
one of the
that,
things
you know.
too that the
That is not
the older
disputed.
guys have, if they have
Someone
young
call our
ones,
sprinter.
they might be the older guy, but they have the young ones that go out and do the work for them. Bring that back, shut that down.
But I tell you the real thing.
Palace and them have Wendell, Tasha, and the young boys on it. Catch that.
Palace have anybody. As when the race done, if any other prize where you win, you carry home.
We have
So you mean the man to buy away too?
I wouldn't say buy, but
We the whole team, the whole players
Yeah.
of the team.
you make people who do the work feel appreciated.
The one guy,
Right?
the one guy, the one guy that I have to give a little credit to in these races, as of late, probably the last 3 races, the Kieran. Kieran is not a sprinter; he's a strong rider, but he tries at least before the end of the race. He's trying to do a thing.
Yes.
He's trying, but I don't see like all of us coming at the line. I don't see guys that potentially could win the try. They even try to win.
They're not trying.
That's kind of my disappointment in the
Right.
whole thing, right?
Right.
You know, like you come down and you have 4 guys and a short race, or 5 guys or 2 guys. Jump out there, do something like try. Just try to win the race. Because you don't know already Palace are going to pour a sprint.
Sometimes see that they are conceded.
Yeah.
I want to ask you guys a question, each person.
Sure.
Give me a fun moment being on the show as it returns, each one of you. So you can start with you, Rich.
All right. My couple of my I have a couple moments, but I think the biggest moment for me was last week when we had Dak and Berger, and just to listen to them. And I went home and I asked Hollister, I said, "Did you watch the show?" Because I think it was important for everybody to see that show. Because some of the things that we were talking about are some of the things that they discussed. And so to me that was one of the, and then the whole idea of Alfred Parks, you know, was definitely a defining moment for me. You know what I mean? So I would say that would be one of the top moments. The other moment for me is when I win the pie. But then I'm not on the show, so I have to eat from home. But that definitely was my best moment last week.
Yeah, so Andrew, this is my 3rd time on the show, and I think every time I walk through the door and I get in this room, there's a different energy. I don't know if it comes out and you guys to see it in me, but what I sense is just the love for cycling, the love for family that your 2 kids, your wife, the grandkids, everybody, they just love and support what you are doing for the people of Belize and for cycling. So I feel that energy. That's when I come, I want to bring the energy as well, you know, and that is fun to me. I love that feeling. You know, with Palace and his joke, cracking jokes on everybody, and nobody is safe when Palace they're wrong. So that is fun for me, and every time I walk through the door, like I say, it's amazing. So keep doing what you're doing for another year and many more years to come, because it's a great thing, my brother.
Yes.
Yeah. Actually, for me, I enjoyed the episode where we interviewed Dara, and you know, because when Dara had on the show, it was to show how we could influence the greater community, that we could use our visibility for help others in need. You know, we there for entertainment. We race for entertainment. You film the races for entertainment, but you know, the world bigger than that. And so, you know, how we could influence the greater community for our good. I think so. I really enjoyed when Dara made it on the show. Yeah.
When I say idea of the show in general, I mean from the concept to where it is now. You talk about this thing, and then finally you do your first episode in at the bike shop. Move it over to the house, it's Debs, your kids, everybody get involved. A Margarita Sports Bar. I mean, our whole, everybody see the show, watch the show, enjoy the giveaways. But what you and your family and all the guest hosts and everybody put in behind the scenes to make the show what it is, that in itself, the most fun part of this thing for me. Because the way I grew up, family and everything, right? So that in itself, that was a big thing, and I'm happy to be a part of this as the Wheels Turn family as well. So.
Yes. Well, I think there is somebody that that should have been here that's not here. Also, your mom, who contributed.
Out of the country.
She contributed a lot of her time to. Yes, and
but you know, Andrew, And I just want to comment so that those are the joyous moments on the show, but we also had some sad moments over this year.
Yeah.
You know, actually Alfred Parks passing away opened my eyes to the fact that we don't appreciate the history. You know, when other cyclists, you know, Eddie passed away, Banks' brother, I didn't know him, but when Banks' brother and Eddie passed away, it shows the family and the closeness we have as one cycling community. But when Parks passed away, I reflect on it to say that we don't appreciate our past heroes, we don't appreciate our history of this sport. We don't appreciate right now the present, and we don't look forward to the future. But what this show have done is this show, and unfortunately, Alfred wasn't able to make it to sit on this couch. But what this show have done is bringing guys, I mean Burger Boy and
Henrik
Holiday, and others, you know, some
The young
of
kids.
older guys.
The young kids. We see on the show.
Where we could really go and appreciate the history. We don't got no website we could record cross countries past from 1928 with results and you know, Belmopan Classics from the 1980s and Creme Classic from 94 when it started. But this show to help bring back the history and make we could appreciate the past heroes, and that you know, amidst the sadness of their passing, it really highlight their great achievements too, that a lot of Belizeans don't know.
As simple as you see the question and answers and the giveaways. And the giveaways are surrounded by some of the history.
You know, I met Holiday, and I used to talk to Holiday when I see him from time to time. I would meet Holiday. You know, one thing I remember, the man got a big hand like a bear. Eh? Shake my hand like my hand just disappear in his. But I never met Parks. But before I even became a cyclist in 1989, Parks was a legendary man in this country. The man, even before I became a cyclist, I used to hear the stories about the one man who disappeared in the dark, through the fog and in the dark around Hattieville and run the distance. Now I witnessed Giovanni Choto do something close, but not exact to the legendary feat that we used to hear from the days of Parks. But in the days of Parks, nobody recorded it on TV, nobody recorded the radio coverage of it. And so we just hear about it. Nobody got to sit with him and interview him and let him recall all those memories. And so that the opportunity this show have for give the Belizean people and the history of cycling in Belize to this nation.
Yeah.
So yeah, big up.
We were hoping that Parks will make it right for us. We were hoping that Parks will make it to Belize. We want Trixie King come on. He kind of shy. Gail was here, but he was camera shy too. Yeah. So we are trying to hunt down more of the legends.
Charlie Lewis, but
Yes,
Charlie
sir.
Lewis,
I don't
Charlie
know
Lewis like that.
If
You know.
Andrew Jonas could have done it,
Anybody could
do
right,
it.
because I
I never saw Andrew Jonas in this capacity. So, no, I'm not to be ashamed, fellas. Come on and talk.
Yeah, you know what, guys. When I first thing there, when I couldn't believe that, I want kind of. We talk about this, but like nobody feature the champions there. You know, like Mike and Charlie and the guys. Like everybody taking as regular guys. I mean, what those guys done.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
I said it last week. Nobody would have known who Burger Boy is if we didn't put him on last week. But they see him out there walking around. You know,
Boma, Barrington,
Barrington,
you
yeah.
know.
Albert Mariano. I don't know what like guys
Yeah.
they used to.
And
we have a lot of great champions.
you know the advantage that I get that riding so much and being on the roads a lot. You know, I meet those guys and I have a blast with them. The other day I was riding through on Boom Road and the bomber by himself. I chased him along and I said, because I was hurt. Bomber came like third in our cross country. So I want to know, okay, like how you accomplish this and like the man give me the whole history of what happened. Missed the break, Trixie King was teammates or trained together. Trixie came across at the break. His bike broke and he's still in it. But I get a lot of these stories there, believe it or not, when I'm out there training. Yeah, so it's amazing.
In your recap what you give just now, you see why I have to call you Mr. Awil? Because you said when you start riding in 1989 and you're born yet. And the man was like, Allah, no, I don't do that.
Look at I stopped race for 19 years and I just started 2 years ago. So if I can just say that I start to race in 2020 then. Alright?
Hey guys, I can make a quick announcement. So the 19th of November is a cultural day, right? So I don't know what cyclists have planned, but I am partnering up with the guys out of Burrell Boom, Radler Construction, the guys that build roads and stuff like that, and they want to throw a race as part of the cultural day. They want to do through Boom. I know, it'll be an interesting race. It's gonna be nice prizes. They want to bring back the track thing. So he's actually building a track around Castleton Park. So what I do is, the proposed route is 2 laps through Boom, the Boom Airport, Western, and coming into the village now. Finish 5 laps in around the Castleton Park.
They're going to have the roads fixed by then, because them roads...
Where they hot mix the track?
These are the roads, yes, absolutely. So these are the road guys. So that was my thing. Before I even partner up with him, because he wants me to plan the cycling part, I said, we need the roads. I said, can you commit to getting the roads done and the track? So the track is going to be hot mix, and the road's going to be fixed and rolled. So you have a brand new 1 kilometer roughly track. So this is going to be a big thing. I mean, this is just the introduction of me kind of on the 19th of November. Yeah, exactly.
So
that'll be the TV Ramos, right? Yeah. So this Pala, and I kind of want to bring you and Roque on board with the planning of this because these guys are pretty excited and they actually want to bring cycling back. The other thing that Mr. Rodney Flowers told me is that every day, was it the Easter Monday after the cross country, you guys used to ride up there and finish, all right? Yeah, so then I bring that back and you're finishing at the park. Yeah.
It used to be a hard race.
Soft sun.
Yeah.
Bro. Yeah, bro.
Yeah, so
Thank you.
So Andrew, we are wrap up we segment. I guess you are come on and finish the show, but let me just again, congratulate you for 1 year accomplishment. It's a grand idea, and you've it's been well produced, and big up. See you 1 year from now. We have the 2nd year anniversary because the show don't have no way to go. Sorry. Show will continue.
Well, I just want to say it's been a pleasure being a part, and whenever I'm called upon, I try to show up and do my part. Whatever the job is, you know what I mean, whether it's to hold it down for legs or, but I can't do it for any part, but I do my best with what we have. So, but I just want to say it's been an amazing run. It's great to see 2 guys that came together and mesh really well. I mean, personalities and things like that. I mean, I've said you from being humble to coming out and speaking, and of course, Palace for just being himself and giving us that rock. So I kind of call it a good cop, bad cop situation, right? So, but it has been a very, very good mesh. And the guys in the background, the unsung heroes, because I mean, just to watch how the equipment and how it's grown, and to know that you lost much computers, and then the people who contribute as well. From the beginning, inception of the show. So it's always a pleasure to be a part of this, and I hope I'm around for another year and to be right back here in a year's time, which would be the 104th edition. It'll be the 104th edition. So I'm just saying I'm thankful and grateful for all the work you do, and not only on the show itself, but the live stream, which has brought a lot of these races to the people, especially the diaspora, who are in turn helping us down here. We get a lot of support from the diaspora, whether it's equipment, whether it's so. I just want to big up some of the people out there too that always give and give wholeheartedly. And with that said, I'll let you say your piece.
Excellent. Thank you, Rich. So what I'd like to say is a big thank you to Andrew to Andrew for creating this idea and putting the team together with Mr. Fitzgerald Joseph and the two technicians behind the scene. And also, yes, Mrs. Debs as well, and everyone else involved. It's a huge task to ask, and then you guys embrace it gracefully, always with, like I said, love and joy. So I feel honored to be a part of this. You guys have welcomed me in. I also feel honored to share the stage here with the co-hosts, a wealth of cycling information, always good constructive conversations. So it's just about gratitude for me. It's about gratitude. You guys are doing a fantastic job. I look forward to, like I said, another year and many more years to come. Congratulations on your 1-year anniversary. Enjoy it, celebrate it as you should, and let's do bigger and better things in the future.
Wrap it up, Kaya.
Well, we can't go without make mention of the entire Donis family. Donis and Miss Debs, Lex and Rena, Dee and Cher, Georgian and Rochelle. Without the support, I don't think that Donis would have been able to do his show, his live stream, anything without the support of family, right? So you have to big up your family, Donis. Your co-host, Palace. No bar nobody. Okay, nobody break. That's why I had to put in my lead jump on the man tonight. And my ma as well. Usually they are behind the scenes, KV. All the co-hosts there. And everybody who contributes towards prizes. The fans will watch the show and participate in the online chat. Everybody will come at the bike shop and talk cycling all day. People participating in the races so that Donis could have something for live stream. Everybody will have to. Everybody play one part in the equation, right? Like the 3.14. Right? So, with that said, I think we'll go to commercial break and I'll come back with the host and the co-host of the show.
Thanks, guys.
Woo! Time to eat.
Chat to say.
He said what? What the hell happened? Just eat, man. You're ready to come back to you. Want me to tell the word? Want me to write down the word for you?
As the wheels turn, Thursday night at 6:30. As the wheels turn, racing through the streets and through the hills. As the wheels turn, Thursday night we pedaling. As the wheels turn, streaming live we turn on. Sit and watch as the wheel turns. My bike is where I get my thrill. Up and down, riding through the hills. I have no fear as I climb and change my gear. Through the valley so steep, now we on the street.
I'm gonna start in the good. You say you don't need music? Don't need? No good? She will press it a little bit. You get it pressed and straight, dude. Thursday night we pedaling as Don't take it you. You can't say nothing bad as you and your club. Yeah. You know that? Don't know you say. He can say nothing negative. He can say nothing negative. You.
I know, Mama. We have to understand.
So that everything.
No, that they school you. Say Andrew can't think he can't say nothing bad, but you think he got you think.
Debbie, somebody have a key?
Wait again. My boy, that. Am I boy that?
Yeah, take this out. Yeah, cut it off.
So, you want to start talking about that?
Yeah, Debbie, Colville.
You ready?
Customer.
Oh, you want to get some?
Yeah. Yeah, so
Yeah, next thing, I don't know who I'm going to make up. I guess you guys could just hold it like, just hold it like so, like this, you know. Yeah, flip the switch. You are. Whose vehicle it goes to right now, baby.
Wait a minute, my key. Who got my key? Shit.
Okay, alright. Well, that's what I'm joining and making flip on the mic.
Okay, alright, go ahead.
Guys, we're done it. You ready?
Yeah.
3, 2, 1.
Welcome back, folks. Welcome back. Sorry for the delay. I hope you guys enjoyed that segment with our we had some people that fully in the co-hosts and hosts who fully in for us while we were
away.
Yeah, we definitely
Appreciate them.
we definitely want to say thank you for staying with us. As I said, this is our come. Yeah. The mic.
You really go down like that.
The switch there at top. Yeah, help out that. There you go. You can just hold it like this.
You could hear me? 1 2 1 2.
Soldier boy.
You good? All right.
That's that.
So we are back, and we have Miss Debs with us.
Buenas noches.
The lady who tolerate me all the time. And we have the man that behind the song as the wheel turns. You remember the words, Colvin?
Some of it, not.
So would you like to start off by tune up? We have Palace and clap, Miss Debs and clap, right?
Yeah.
If you could play the song, George.
George, you can play a song? Can you play a song or no?
I could try at it. Maybe I'll try at it.
Okay. All right.
Yeah. So for most of you folks, every week, you hear the music, the intro music, and so we have in studios
Drew,
the man behind that music, Mr. Colville Morillo. Right? Is that correct?
Yes.
So welcome.
Thanks.
You join us here. I know we give kind of. Well, I mentioned it earlier, and Rich met me. You're not sure if I can make it, but you did make it. Right?
Yeah. I turned back. I'm at Harmonyville, and I decided to come back.
The man, we are Harmonyville Palace, and the man turned back. So we have to give him a big thanks. And like I said, I have Miss Debs here. So George, as soon as you cue up the music, just give us a sign, and then we'll make Mr. Morillo give it. So just let me know.
So with the words, so of course.
With the words, and I'll just follow along.
Yeah, follow along. Yeah. So the cue that up.
Right now, I want to say his voice more than the music. So.
The music, Look at the music I offer by so.
Yeah.
But I'm playing for the video, I say.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Music. hear me now. This is the Soul Fire production.
As the wheels turn every Thursday night at 6:30. As the wheels turn, racing through the streets and through the hills. As the wheels turn, every Thursday night we pedaling. As the wheels turn, streaming live with Turtle. So yes, I sit and watch as the wheel turns. My bike is where I get my thrill. Up and down, riding through the hills. I have no fear as I climb and change my gear. Through the valley so steep, now we on the street. Yeah, yeah, yeah. As the wheels turn, every Thursday night at 6:30. As the wheels turn, racing through the streets and through the hills. As the wheels turn, every Thursday night we pedaling. As the wheels turn, streaming live with Turtle. So yes, I sit and watch as the wheels turn. Bike is where I get my thrill.
Thank you.
Yes.
Calvin.
Yeah. You know,
Yeah.
I'll tell you a quick story.
Yes, go ahead.
My grandmother always tell me, it says, you know I make it in a life. It says, because you feel math, English, everything else. The only thing I was good at was art and music. And I wish they could have seen me today, right? And I proved they are all wrong.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, Calvin, thank you. You know what? One of my friends tell me that for him, I think I said, Kaboom, he also said for him be able to sleep with that song there.
I just meet Smokes Gladden daughter, and it says my daughter favorite song.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you're saying they touch lives.
Yeah. You know, sometimes you record a song and you just put it aside and you tend to forget about it. But now the words start to come back to me, you know? Yeah. But sometimes you just put it aside and you say, okay, on to the next one, you know? So, you know, but if you ever need me again and, you know, and I could help in any which way, I'm there for you, you know?
Definitely will.
Yeah.
We really appreciate
Yes,
what you have done for us.
Yeah.
Yeah. So every time I talk about my beautiful wife, here she is. So me and she.
Swell head.
So me,
Come on, take it.
me and she made the food from scratch. So for yesterday, you buy the ribs.
Yes, sir.
I seasoned it last night.
Yes, sir.
Marinate it.
Yes, sir.
Get up
Bake it today.
man. And what else I make? The what?
East cake.
Yeast cake.
Need it.
Guys, wanna enjoy the yeast cake?
Yes.
Wanna enjoy the barbecue?
Everything good, finger licking.
Finger licking. All right. So
I like ribs.
You like ribs?
I like pork ribs. It's hard for you pork ribs, I believe, where it tastes like yours. I could bite the bone. It's hard, but I got a tavern, I got a mid-tongue, I got all the... On the States, I could get like really. States, if I go to the States and get it, I could get like that.
Well, some people don't believe that I did, but I made my dry season from scratch. My wife, I tell her go and buy. I don't want to give them a secret, right?
Yeah.
But one of these days, our hide it when you, but I probably have to do a video so people can see it in live action.
You get a big mind now, no?
Huh?
You only hide on the ingredients up or so?
No, but
you always do plan for open a shop?
Well, after I might stop fix bicycle, I stop reset my hand and turn it to over here because The people of the
But look at it, look when you do. They can't make it with the love you make it. It not taste like everything, okay? You think tavern they know all of that?
What I do when is there as Miss Debs I go like assist some family and just spend one day in the house and just cook for them.
Cook for them, yeah.
And you think that's a good idea, love?
No, as the wheel turns, might have to look into it for go in an area for the less fortunate, bubble pot for them.
Bubble pot, yes, of course, yes, we do that. Yeah, we have pie maker, we have a lot of cooks. So
pie man.
The thing is, as a wheel turns family now,
Pick and pie up there.
Pick and pie up there, yes. So we're not starved.
Who make that pick and pie look nice? That make fancy say pie boy.
Miss Debs.
Well, just make it
Pie
boy, ma.
I enjoy cooking, and so
yeah, I like pick and pie, so I enjoy that too.
Miss Reese, we are safe, I think.
Well, I can get my correct syrup for the pal, so I'll try one thing with one different syrup this time. But look like it worked.
Yeah.
Look good.
But pal over the yeah.
Bail and turn.
No, Palestine.
Bobby, they will bail and turn up monkey falls, okay?
Pal, stop the chance.
You wife and there, Miss Debs are there for comfort, no? Go in that there, go comfort. Hey, Miss Debs, don't say, babes, you are not the only one walk, then you may walk too. If you go cross and cross, babe, don't you want to go cross and cross, young boy cross and cross. You had some names you want to read out. I don't know if I have everybody.
Boy, I don't know if I have everybody, but I could surely try. The sponsors for the year, throughout the year, who have been there, I mean, without these people, the show no may happen. I mean, like as you said, yes, a teamwork. It's a team effort and everything else, but these people are very important, no? And so the sponsors for this year and if we miss out anybody, please forgive me. But Mr. Ruben Rock, Ruben Martinez, Glenn Young, Glenn Flowers, Maynard Wood Jr., Jacksonville supporter, Omar Cruz, Bernard Sanchez, Anthony Catus, Ditz, 3.14 Pies, Erdones Bike Shop Chicago, The Organized Style, Sentables, Southern Queen, B. Perez, Mr. Guns,
your phone list?
and there was a medical college, the medical college, and last but not least, Margarita's Bar, Miss Ritz. Thank you guys, thank you.
Thank you. I think Palas have thank you for always supporting. I think you have one message, Palas, for read also.
Notice this message comes from Jumpstart Belize.
Project Jumpstart.
Project Jumpstart Belize. It is with distinct honor of Project Jumpstart Belize to invite you, Mr. Andre Donis, to New York City next year, USA, next year, July 22nd, 2023, for our first Project Jumpstart Belize honoree gala to receive a humanitarian award for your selfless dedication in cycling and especially your live streaming for the youth cycling series. We wanted you to know your dedication did not go unannounced. A formal invitation will follow soon. Thanks for accepting our invitation.
So definitely want to thank Project Jumpstart Belize for that invitation, and once God spare life.
New York, July 22nd. I might do
that's
better
about
than
9 months away, right? Something like that. About 9 months away. So we'll definitely be there for that.
So I like that too, like when D-Wade or the Coda we may give you an award. And I like the idea that I never like that thing. No wait till a man dead and then we after that. So I like that one. I like the humanitarian award. We project them start one honor. I mean, we're going to states. Not like we're going to do So we're going to United States, New York. The city is so nice. They name it twice. New York.
VIP treatment.
Red carpet rollout. And so as the wheel turns, will be featured in that award ceremony. So that should be great. I might have got that too, but we might have a live stream that.
Well, pack up and go.
Yeah.
But
that's great. That's a great initiative by Dumpstart, definitely. As the wheel turns has always been international as well. It has always been international, so let us going further.
Don't assume that they have one ride for Alfred Parks in Memorial.
I'm not sure, but something is brewing up, and we can't announce it until we get the go-ahead from the organizers, right, Paul?
Yeah, the family and friends of Alfred Parks will do something.
All right, excellent.
Great. So
excellent.
Yeah, so we want to go up shortly, but we are definitely drink some champagne and we are celebrate. We're going to eat up some food, and nice food that Miss Debs make, and nice pie.
No me one at all.
Huh?
No me one.
Huh?
I said no me one at all.
Oh, all
no
the
Miss Debs make.
well, the food.
Collective effort.
Collective effort, right? That everybody. So
But Donis, I just want to say something
go ahead.
to you. I see you get out of your bed some morning early, the rain, and you go through the fog, the mist, just to bring this live stream to us. And I want to tell you, we appreciate what you do. You know, because sometimes I in my bed and when I look through the window, it's the rain, and you the out there in the rain, and I'm saying, well, wow, the effort you take for go do this thing, you know, on the back of a motorcycle, all this weather, cold, rain, some spot it shine, and we just want to say thanks for all that we do, man.
Yeah.
You went out there on the limb, you know, for bring this thing in for we home.
Well, I always have to. That's why I always have to say, this beautiful lady beside me allows me to leave the comfort of my house, the warm bed where me and she's sleeping now, to go and bring it. So I always have to give her 1,000% blessing. Huh?
Oh, you love it, guys. We towers not really.
So, you know something? I always tell people. Because
pack up the chupa, put her right at the door, bag and everything.
you are your live stream equipment, your helmet.
So we appreciate what you do, man.
Yeah, well, you know something, sometimes, honestly, sometimes I say, you know, I want to quit, but when you read all that text, you get you get the messages and people tell you, please don't stop.
Encourage you to.
Yeah.
It keeps you going.
It keeps you going, yes. I'll be 60. I have my challenge coming up. I'll be 60.
When?
My wife's a big time behind me.
December. Oh,
December.
Either April.
Tell her how I train, love. Tell her how I train. I had 19, but the 19th will fall on Monday.
Okay.
And I think I have a race on the 18th. So remember you said I could do the 17th, the Saturday.
Yeah.
Tell Palace why I do the morning.
Play music.
Play music at upon
and watch a live stream like this morning. Palace in Johnny at the sprint.
Oh my!
So I don't know what position it take this morning. But he joined in at the sprint. He said beat your pal.
Beat for me. Stay stage and
but he play music. He get energized. I admire. I mean, because I get lazy. So I think when I see him do that, I get a little bit motivated to try and go up on the treadmill or do something. But yeah.
What is that? What?
The treadmill.
I woke up on treadmill too, you know.
Well, that I think I hope to stay upon because that you either walk or run for treadmill, and that's the 17th, no?
Bobby,
walking.
prove my co-host wrong. Prove her wrong because with all my broke up foot, my broke up hand, whatever, I do work out. I don't walk about. I can't give Palace. I have to hide when I go ride. Can't want Palace see me because you want to make somebody video me and Papa show me or whatever, right? So, you know, he like be hard on people. But definitely, I want, like what I said, tomorrow is promised to no one. And this is something I want to share. Maybe I may go off track a bit, right? One of the morning, and I turn on the news, all I see is war, people get killed by gun, you know, terrible accident, you know, people losing their life every day, cancer killing people. And so every day I get up and I give thanks. I have a lot of my friends where approach me and say, Anjo, we know things tough and everything, we know life rough, how you see life? And I tell people, I am thankful that I have a beautiful wife that love me, I have my kids, my family, my friends that, you know, always are behind me, and I give thanks that I'll turn 60, a lot of people don't reach that age, and I still feel like a young boy. I still feel young, like a young boy, right? I still feel very young, energetic.
Inside? Inside? 20, you going to enter inside Big Mac though? 20 inside and 60 outside.
I am not 20 inside. I'm just saying that I feel good, I exercise, I realize that exercise does you well. And this is one thing where one of my friends told me, said, taking your skin donors because you know how people throw data at you, they throw boner at you, right? You're black all of that. So the thing is that for live a positive life, because when we see the things that happen, when I watch world leaders, big world leaders and people we look up to, you know much on bomb cars, Palace, you know much on plane cars, and they just blow up then there are people that commit their crime, then war, they crime. For what? For what? It's about power. And what happened? You're wasting money because the plane costs so much $1 million or $1 billion. One bomb costs $500,000. Man that throw it and for kill for somebody, kill a poor person will make $2 US a day. Ain't that sad, Palace? And so
very sad.
Maybe not might like me for what I said, but we have to share love, man. With lifespan done short already. Why our world leaders that only they instill him hate in the younger generation? Because you remember growing up, life was everybody. You can't tell people good morning. People like you, they bet you if you tell them good morning. But me, want to tell a person good morning. Okay.
You wonder why you so happy?
Yeah, why you so happy? But I want to continue to be happy till my last days. Like I said, tomorrow is promised to no one, and so we have to live today with love in our heart. Love, love, love. And with that said, I know we come close to the end of the show. We want to thank everybody for tuning in. And so
I just want to elaborate on something I mentioned to one earlier.
Okay.
Like I said, first and foremost, you and Palace are a dynamic duo, and I can't put it in a word so much. You guys mean to the cycling community, and you know, and like I said, this show want to do. I am sincerely grateful. You know, inspire me daily. You and Palace, two people were necessary in a cycling at this time, right? So first and foremost, we're grateful for everybody behind the scenes. We elaborate on where Miss Debs made say thank you to all the people there from the start, from the jump start to everybody who helped throughout the time. Mr. Bernard Sanchez, Mr. Ruben Rock, you know, the list goes on. Mr. Ruben Martinez every week, Jacksonville supporter, you know, like I said, I don't remember everybody off top, but a big thank you to all the people behind the scenes, especially your workman there where have to pull extra weight when they deal with some of your live streaming things there, you know, so big up to Miguel Jones, Wilbert Banks, and especially I want to say, you know, I want to give flowers to you and Wilbert Banks, like I mentioned in the group this morning. The sacrifice and the risks what you and Wilbert Banks take on each day is unselfish, admirable, brave, inspirational. You know, we could go on with words on and on feet, right? But we are grateful for everybody. We're playing a huge role in it, and especially to you and Wilbert Banks as well, because you guys are the balance effect to the you and Palace, right? So the live streaming work hand in hand with the show, right? People appreciate them on both ends. So once again, big thank you to everybody. We play behind the scenes role for Miss Debs, where half of the do all the running around, Thursdays all of the time and help out all of the time, right? To Jurgen Erdones, the best technician we could have ever asked for, right?
To your
the sacrifice,
wives.
you know, to our wives, our kids, we understand every Thursday, right? Where we come and try to bring cross for our cycling fans, you know, and you guys, you know, utmost, you know, thank you to the fans who make this happen, because the fun guys are there being a part of it, not to be views, and you know they tune in each week. We don't never may continue, like we don't say each and every single word motivate us to continue and bring it through. Now we got our third computer, we had to buy one third computer to bring it. So but you know, just gratitude at the end of the day. So a big thank you to the greatest host ever, the Moon Man and Palace, aka Podium, right? And like I said, everybody behind the scenes, all the sponsors, all the fans. Thank you guys.
So, thank you, Lex. Judge, you want to say something?
Yeah, well, you know, hear me much for the show because I'm just behind the scenes. But they done a lot of work at the end of the day, but we know definitely something good at the end of the day, and everybody played their part. So I say thank you to everybody, especially the hosts and everybody behind the scenes. Yeah, thanks.
So yeah, sorry. So we are almost out of time, so we are give Mr. Colvin to say his last words.
Yes, like I said before, Donis, thank you for bringing the thing to our homes. And even though you're out there, you know, all sort of treacherous weather, sometimes I see your text on. I hear you say, "Whoops, that was pretty close."
Yeah.
Yes, got your heart to jump there.
Yes, I said, "Oh my God!" Now, our next accident that happened, I know you've been through one before.
Yeah.
You know, so you know, God sits high and look down very low. So, and I take care of us, no? So, I just want to say, continue on with it. I made it far, but when I had to turn back, I had to come back for the show, you know. So I just want to wish you one next year and more years to come, as long as you're healthy and strong. You know.
Yeah, thanks.
Yeah, and I enjoy all the guests you had on the show. You know, we're sorry we couldn't get Alfred Parks here, but Kenrick and Burger Boy and the older guys, I really appreciate the older guys.
So we're going to try to hunt down some more older riders. Plus, we probably have to force Trixie for company show, right? We have to what type of bringer?
We have to turn Trixie Tricks man.
Yeah, they haven't got Trixie got evil with too much money trick. We need for a lot, man. We need for that. I'm going to think in the people. A lot of things in the people. You don't need to hide now.
You want to spin the tricks out?
You know what to do.
Miss Debs, in closing, do you want to say a few words in closing?
You know, everybody have been saying the same thing, that we were so thankful that we made this a 1 year. It's unbelievable, but you know, we're grateful for all the sponsors, everybody, the fans. I think, like Alexis said, I want to expound point. We're used to know in that the fans play such a huge role, you know. The comments, guys, you know, yes, Palace carries this show and the more comical part of this show for the most part, but fans, you got some comments too, so then when you got really near the pass out, right? You know, so so thanks guys for all the support that you all have given throughout the year. I mean, like Alexis said, there are a few people that constant, Mr. Ruben Martinez, Ruben Rock, Bernard Sanchez, you know, those people have been there. Those people then are rocks, you know. Omar Cruz, or you've been there, you know. Pal, without you, Pal like me brala. Without you, Pal, likewise, it's not happening, you know. And I may never believe it. Somebody may tell me that Andrew and Bian show host, and I may say never. Absolutely not. You know, I guess I had to see it to believe it. No, but I thank God last, definitely not least, and first and foremost, I should have said, thank God for us being here, no? And as long as I have health and strength, I'll be here to continue to support you for many more shows to come.
Thank you, my love. Thank you. So, folks, when I hear some crying in the background, but those are my beautiful grandbabies, and so they could cry all I want. They might hear the little crying and so, but that's my youngest grandbaby there, Ian. He's fighting for a balloon or something of the sort, but I love them. I know how people love their grandbabies, and so tonight they are celebrating with us. They are celebrating with us, so they are allowed to make a little extra noise.
Here, guys.
So Pal, you don't say a closing word? No, Palas closing word. I look for.
I know.
Yeah.
Palas.
So Palas, give your closing words.
Okay.
The hostess,
Thanks, Jonas.
Podium winner. Win
convenient for the anniversary.
For the anniversary. I know something. I wonder.
When Mr. Guns, they call my name first. Well, Mr. Guns, the people don't really call my name.
Yeah.
But I go tell you, if my nephew watch part of that and say, everybody gonna, uncle gonna, there's no way he no got him.
You trying to get motor space?
He no got me. Yeah, he no X me out and no finish line. You go, yeah, it could be 70 man in 3 prize. But I'm going to part that. Put on people there.
Yes,
and number one. Don't is a little heavy handed because I think this week we'll lay to rest Alfred Pay.
Yeah,
I think.
Parks.
And Philip Eckert text me also and say he's very heavy in heart as well.
Right.
Eckert say he gonna score you, Mario?
Yes, me Eckert, Godwin Terry.
He's about to high, yeah.
Yes, thanks.
Yeah, so Eckert Lee a bit. Eckert, I'm praying for the family yourself as well, that God will ease that burden. He never promises us that we shall not be in pain, but he always take us through the pain. And so I know you are hurting. I know your family is hurting. Alfred, wife, kids, immediate family, everybody's hurting. Surely he was a legend. He continued to live in your heart, and I'm personally glad that I met him in summer in July. I'm very glad that I met the great Pei. Thanks to Eckert as well. Thankful that he allowed me to meet El Pei.
Andrew.
I also like to thank Andrew, like to thank God always for his great work that he has done for us in the entire year. We're here a year now, and it has slipped by so easily, Andrew. Very thankful that he has blessed us. Thankful that he has given us that strength, Andrew, to come each week, because sometimes it's not an easy task as well to prepare yourself mentally to be on the show each week and to give of our best, no? Because we're not just here because it's a show. We are here because we love it, and so we come here with our heart every week. And the family that supports us as well. My family as well, my daughter, my son. You have the big family here. The 2 technicians, my both nephews. Definitely it has been great. And so all I have to do is just thank God each day that he keeps us and that he cares for us and that he blesses the entire cycling community population. That we ride at treacherous road and you're out there on a motorbike with banks, and I pray for you all each day because it is a rough situation, Andrew. Anything can happen any day, and so it's just his greatness and his goodness that keeps us. And so I'm very thankful that he cares for us each year, that you, Andrew, yourself, your family. Thanks.
I could say one more thing.
You can say one more thing.
I just wish that the and Sher were here, along with our other 2 grandbabies. And I'm sorry that I did mention it, but behind the scenes, the and Sher have done so much also to support whatever we do, this live stream, especially this show, Dee and the Answer have been there. So Dee and Cher, we love you guys. Wish you were here.
Yes, yes. So,
Oh, what a bloody shit.
so, there's almost everything, but I want to say a big thank you. It's a whole year. Palace, I can't believe, and Ms. Debs and everybody, I can't believe it's a whole year that have gone by. You know, feel like a year because every time we come on the show, we have fun, we enjoy it, we see how the fans enjoy it. So we want to thank you again for all the support, all the fans who you know, jump on with for Thursday night for jump on the show and share their thoughts, and every time when they run any joke when Palace take advantage of me, Palace take advantage of some of the like tease some of the guys and the guys catch feelings, but it's all about fun and not the way they are to lift up people's heart, to lift up people's joy. I mean, people have rough days that they job their boss reel up with them because there's something gone wrong, they're blocking in their vehicle and lose their battery, and so like we said, life is short and we have to live it. We have to be happy in some way, and so we try provide entertainment for us cycling fans and to people all over the world who's watching. We will continue, and I definitely want to say a big thank you to each and every soul. I mean, everybody don't call all the names. If I forget anybody, please forgive us, but we have you guys in thought, and so we'll continue to bring cycling alive. I will continue to live stream, like I said, my beautiful wife say, she will continue to support me 1,000%.
Yeah.
So with that said, we're going to wish all of you a blessed night, a safe night, and we will party, we will enjoy those food, those drinks, those pies, everything, right, pal?
No, they can't
So,
come. I know they want.
with that,
come.
I'd like to say peace out. And again, last but not least, thanks to my beautiful wife again and my entire family who's here. Thank you guys. We are out.
As the wheels turn, every Thursday night at 6:30. As the wheels turn, racing through the streets and through the hills. As the wheels turn, every Thursday night we pedaling. As the wheels turn, streaming live with Turtle SOS. I sit and watch as the wheel turns. My bike is where I get my thrill. Up and down, riding through the hills. I have no fear as I climb and change my gear. Through the valley so steep, now we on the street.